Pop star Katy Perry is being investigated by Victoria Police over sexual assault allegations.
It was a crazy night. I've never been around so many. Katy Perry finger banged my cleavage. It was a weird night.
And I want to say it was 2012, but don't quote me on that. Early 2010s, late 2000s. Katy Perry was on like one of those late night talk shows talking about, I don't even think I can say it. Like, this happened on a late night talk show. I cannot find any clips about it, but the articles are there. That shit has been scrubbed from the internet.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, even though you're hot and confident, your heart is still beating out of your little chest. So, I mean, we want to make you and your dreams come true, because I'm sure you've never kissed a pop star, have you?
You're standing still and Katy Perry walks by and
I have met her before, and yeah, she's like...
That's her thing.
Yeah, you know, she's aggressive. I like it.
Not only did Katy Perry go to space, but she also killed a nun. Plus, in America, there's a whole law made after her called the Perry Act to prevent her from abusing elderly people ever again.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Now, we've got quite a bit to get on into because you have Ruby Rose, who is claiming that she was sexually assaulted by Katy Perry. I mean, my goodness, reading this story, I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. This is a lot to get on into. I'm going to report on this as respectful as possible. I wasn't there, neither were you. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've seen a bunch of like Katy Perry stands in like under Ruby Rose comment section talking about how like you're a clout chaser, you just wish you had a career as big as Katy Perry, you know, these people do anything for clout, you're a liar, and calling her every name under the sun. And I just feel like that approach right now, especially when a case is still standing and pending, I just feel like that isn't the right approach whatsoever. If it comes out that, you know, and there's solid proof to show that Ruby Rose was lying, then that's a different story, right? But as of now, when the story is just breaking, I feel like everyone needs to calm down. I get it, it's your fave, they're talking about, but just you don't know the celebrities from nowhere. Either way, someone's lying. Ruby Rose has accused Katy Perry of sexual assault, but you've got Katy Perry's team making a statement saying that everything Ruby Rose has said is categorically false and simply dangerous lies. There was more that they mentioned in the statement, so stick around because we've got quite a bit to get on into when it comes to that. Also, Katy Perry posted something on her Instagram story, which is kind of like a subliminal, but yeah. People who lie about SA, can I just start by saying that? And that's not me saying that about Ruby Rose, but like, since we're having this conversation, I need to mention it because it's such a strange thing to do. You know, these types of accusations are completely career ending a lot of the times. Well, actually, in Hollywood, is it really? You've got people who beat women, people who assault women, so... Alright guys, so before we go ahead and get on to today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that I feel like a lot of us don't take as seriously enough, and that is mental health. Life can get overwhelmingly chaotic at some times, whether it's stress, whether it's relationships, or just being stuck in your own head. I've been very vocal about my own personal journey with mental health and healing. I know for me, even just talking things through can make the biggest difference. I remember a time where I was overthinking everything. I mean, I was like replaying situations in my head over and over again, stressing myself out, but talking things through made me realize that I'm way too hard on myself. It honestly shifted the way that I would handle things after that, because I started to view situations in a lot more calmer way rather than viewing the worst. I used to always fear the worst and just go based on those emotions of sadness, and I don't know, I'm not stuck in that anymore. I just view things a lot more calmly now, which is a major big deal for someone like me. And I know some of you guys can probably relate to that. And that's why I'm collaborating with BetterHelp for today's video. It's an online therapy platform that helps you connect with an online therapist, and you can do it from your phone or your laptop, and it's very accessible, especially for somebody who is constantly traveling or somebody who doesn't want to be on the waiting list, and this is perfect for you. This is all simply based on your scheduling. You can message a therapist at any time that is convenient for you, which I love because, you know, before having a therapist myself, a lot of the times I would have to go based on their timing, but it's just, again, personalized to you and what it is that you are looking for and when you want it. Also, if you feel like your therapist isn't the right fit for you, you can always switch them out at no extra cost added. If you guys are thinking of trying out therapy, or you simply just want someone to talk to, then go ahead and check out BetterHelp using the link in my description. It will also get you 10% off of your first month. You heard that correctly. 10% off of your first month using my link, okay? That will be down below in the description as well as on the screen for you guys. So get it whilst you can. And yes, let's go ahead and get back onto the video. I do feel like Katy Perry's past is creeping up on her. There's been plenty of things that Katy Perry has done specifically in the 2010s. And I don't want people to be like, oh my God, but the 2010s was a different time. No, but it's still not okay. Same way, a lot of things Shane Dawson was doing on YouTube, the things that he was saying, the things that he was doing, the things that was concealed in the name of humor, it just still isn't okay. And that's why he was dragged in the 2020s, even though he should have had the dragons, the same lashings in the 2010s, okay? I get it, like humor is subjective and all that, but that's not necessary in today's conversation. It isn't acceptable. Keep your hands to yourself. And I feel like 2010's Katy Perry specifically didn't know a single thing about boundaries. And that's why, you know, you've got one person coming out and then you've got multiple people coming out the floodgates like, okay, this is my story with Katy Perry. This isn't a great look for you, Katy. Also, the trajectory of your career hasn't exactly been the greatest. You had a tour which technically did well. I know people were saying it was a flop. I mean, the choreography looked an absolute mess. She looked a mess a lot of the times, but it still did well. Katy Perry has a career. There's no denying that. If she's not going to space... then she's apparently just like grabbing boys by their butts, and it's just really, really strange, okay? If she hasn't learnt it now at her big age, even though she was a grown-ass adult in the 2010s too, there are two instances that stick out to me. Number one, Shawn Mendes was on the red carpet.
Yes, I know. You sent that to me on email last night.
Yes. Now, Shawn, you're performing tonight.
Yeah.
You're also nominated for 3 awards, and you're introducing Dea.
Yes.
Are you staying hydrated, and are you carbo loading? Because
Someone was just touching my butt. I don't know. Oh, sorry.
Do not touch his butt.
Oh, it's Katy Perry was touching my butt.
That's okay. Katy Perry just touched your butt. Oh my God.
Huge Katy Perry fan.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was just asking, are you excited? Are you excited? There's a lot going on tonight for you.
Yes, so excited. I'm very, very excited tonight. I'm sorry. Now I'm all stunned. I've never met her before.
And then you've got people at the time saying, oh my God, she's so iconic. Like, I wish I can do that. Girl, that is literally sexual harassment. That, like, if nobody's told you, hey, I'm here to tell you, that's it. But she needs to learn boundary if she hasn't already. And if she hasn't learned it already, then it's really scary that she has a child. I want to believe that Katy Perry knows about boundaries, but she didn't in the 2010s when she was still an adult. So... yeah, that whole Shawn Mendes encounter was really strange. Even so that I think 17 magazine had to like make a statement saying that that just isn't okay. And like the whole double standards of like if it was a man that had done it. Oh my God, the amount of headlines. Another encounter with Justin Bieber in 2012 when he was 18 and she was a grown adult. She went to go and grab that man's ass for what cheeks? Oh, for what cheeks? Another encounter of young Justin talking about his encounter with Katy, and it just seems very inappropriate. Now, these celebrities haven't come out to say, oh my God, I feel so uncomfortable around Katy Perry X, Y, and Z, right? No. But it still is just Katy Perry overstepping boundaries and possibly doing it because she feels like, you know, I'm hot, I'm popping, I have hits on hits on hits on hits, and I'm that girl, period. Yes, in the 2010s, you were that girl, Katy. And that's why I want to know what happened now. But that's not what today is about anyways.
See that light over there? Are you?
21.
Oh. And what's your name?
Ivan.
Ladies, make some noise if you would do Ivan. Come here. I'm not going to bite you yet. Where are you from?
LA.
From LA? I'm going to be in LA tomorrow. Do you live here in Manila right now? What are you doing here? Being a model or something really hot?
Something like that, yeah.
Ivan, even though you're hot and confident, your heart is still beating out of your little chest. So Ivan, we want to make you and your dreams come true, because I'm sure you've never kissed a pop star, have you? Well, Ivan, you are such a nice boy and obviously good looking. I should not give you this, but I will. Come here, closer. See that light over there? How old are you again? gotta kiss her back. Say it one more time in my ear. Well, this isn't your lucky day. They just told me in my ear that my husband is actually here to surprise me.
Flirting with an 18-year-old Bo Burnham.
Okay, I totally can't wait for this next performer. He's funny, he's filthy, and he's gotten over 20 million views on his YouTube, and he's only 18 years old. Thank God you're 18 at least. He's here to play his world premiere of his new song, Welcome to YouTube. Come on, everybody, make some noise for Bo Burnham!
Thank you, Mrs. Perry.
That's just what we have on video. Katy Perry's co-star Josh Kloss on the music video Teenage Dream spoke out and accused Perry of exposing his privates to people at a party. He was quoted saying, "She pulled my Adidas sweats and underwear out as far as she could to show a couple of her guy friends and the crowd around us my privates." He went on to say, "Can you imagine how pathetic and embarrassed I felt?" I don't believe Perry ever formally acknowledged it directly, but she did say, "I don't want to say guilty until proven innocent, but there's no checks and balances. Headlines just fly, right? And there's no investigation of what it is. I don't want to add to the noise. I want to add to the truth. I don't want to comment on all things that are said about me, because if I chase that dragon, it would be about true and falsing my whole life. It's distracting from the real moment." Television show host from Georgia also spoke out against Perry, accusing her of trying to both kiss her and touch her in a sexual way. Kandelaki further claims she witnessed Perry acting inappropriately with other people at the party as well.
So let's go ahead and talk about how this even started in the first place. It started because Complex had posted something over on their Instagram. So like, you know how it was Coachella weekend, Justin Bieber headline, I think it was day 2. Katy Perry was in the crowd with her man and she was recording and she said, "Thank God he has YouTube Premium. I don't want to see no ads." And I thought that was funny because could you imagine there was ads playing on Justin Bieber's set? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I would honestly cackle. And then underneath that post, Complex post, you've got knock, knock, knock. Ruby Rose enters the chat. And she says, "Katy Perry SA'd me at Spice Market nightclub in Melbourne. Who gives a bleep what she thinks?" And I thought, ooh? First and foremost, I ain't seen Ruby Rose in a minute. Ruby Rose, I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing? I mean, I hope you're keeping well. She was huge in the 2010s because like, I mean, I know that she's like a presenter. She was like a presenter in like Australia, I think, working for MTV for a period of time. And then she was like doing the whole modeling thing and then, you know, becoming an actress. And, you know, she was on Orange is the New Black. I think it was season 3. And I also want to mention something because I should have stated it earlier, but just because someone's career isn't as big as the person they're accusing of, I hate that so much. I hate it so much because that's also a reason why as to why people don't come forward straight away, because they're just like, you know what, this person is like lawyered up and protected and has built a name in Hollywood. What do I have going on like that for real? Obviously Ruby had her own thing going on, but next to a Katy Perry, it isn't quite the same though, is it? So I feel like, yes, there are clout chasers, low lifes out there, but it doesn't mean everybody is that same way. And I've also seen people say stuff like, "But you're saying this happened 20 years ago, why are you bringing it up now?" Girl, it's got nothing to do with you and I. I mean, it's been brought to social media, sure, but you can't tell someone, never should you tell someone when they should speak about something that's, you know, happened to them. I'm not going to be like, "Oh my God, it took you 20 years? Girl, that's no." They could take someone 50 years before they feel like, you know what, I found peace in myself to really, you know, finally reveal this. I don't have to toss and turn thinking about the what ifs. I'm ready. If someone is ready 50 years later, then bitch, they're ready 50 years later. But the thing is though, I wonder if in like some states, in some places in the world, I've heard that there's like a cut-off time. Like if you don't report something within a certain duration of time, then the police don't take it as seriously. I mean, the thing is, unfortunate thing is, even if you do report it within a certain period of time, you can report something immediately. And a lot of times police officers would not take certain things seriously. We see this happen where justice isn't always served. So there's a lot of unfortunate things that happen when we talk about SA. Someone said she kissed a girl and you didn't like it, and that's like referring to Katy Perry's song, I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. Ruby Rose said she didn't kiss me. She saw me resting on my best friend's lap to avoid her and bent down, pulled her underwear to the side and rubbed her disgusting vajayjay, can't say it because I'll get demonetized, on my face until my eyes snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. When I read that, guys, because I had to compile a bunch of different things for today's video, of course, right? When I was like reading these things, I was just like, could you imagine that? Projectile vomiting, coochie in someone's face. And I'm not even joking around, guys. I'm actually, this is me being serious. I'm trying to do my best at reporting on this as best as I possibly can. It's not about like saying, oh, this person definitely did it or this person's a liar, because we weren't there. Only time will maybe reveal that. Who knows, right? But this is insane, what it is that she's claiming here. People don't take women seriously. Like when there's like a woman abuser, people don't take it seriously because they're like, oh my God, how could a woman do? Women are capable of plenty of things. With this story coming out, I've seen a bunch of different like forms made of people talking about how like when they were younger, they were sexually assaulted by their own mother, by their cousins, like a school teacher. Like women are capable of these things too. Someone said, you can't just drop that bomb and then yeet out of here. She said, after it, I threw up on her. I told the story publicly, but changed it to be a funny little drunk story because I didn't know how else to handle it. Later, she agreed to help me get my US visa, so I kept it a secret. But I did tell y'all she wasn't a good person. Instead, I got attacked by everyone. She said, I was only in my early 20s. I'm now 40. It has taken almost 2 decades to say this publicly. Though I'm so grateful to have made it long enough to find my voice, it just shows how much of an impact trauma and SA takes. Thank you for seeing me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. This whole US visa thing, I'm really trying to understand it. So is she stating that Katy Perry did her a favor and helped her with the US visa so that she can get her application to reside in the United States that isn't so united? Katy Perry is not American, she's Canadian, right? Would she even be eligible to do that? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I don't know the logistics. She said, but hey, she wrote and signed the letters of recommendation for my US visa application in the 2010s. So there's that. Okay, so I'm hearing that because Katy Perry did you a favor, you were like, okay, I'm gonna keep very stern about this and take it to the grave with me. She said, yeah, not interested in filing a report. This is what she said at the time. She did change it and she ended up filing a report. But she said, yeah, not interested in filing a report over this. Not when I haven't even filed a report for the numerous RAPES at the hands of grown men. This is honestly really sad. But she's more than welcome to sue me. She won't because it happened. So she's very confident here. She's also stated in like another post that there were people that were there present at the time and they can come forward and defend her. And there's apparently some things on social media already that will help prove her case here. Ruby Rose, I'm gonna be real. If you want this to be something, because right now, a lot of people are thinking, okay, Ruby Rose, you've been let go by Warner Bros. Because they didn't want you no more. They dropped you because of the way you were behaving and some of the claims that you were making. They said, no. Your ex has come out back in 2018 to say that you were literally harassing her non-stop. That's not a good look on your end too. Let's just talk about these people's characters. Now, all these things can be said, and this truly did happen to Ruby Rose. It doesn't justify it in any way, shape, or form. But because all we have right now is to talk about their past, that's what we're going to just use, not to go based on, but we're just going to mention it because I think it is worthy of being mentioned in these conversations as well. At the end of the day, we do not know jack shit of what's happened. She's adamant that she has everything she needs in her end to prove that this definitely did happen, even if it is 20 years later. I have photos and it was literally in public and witnessed by multiple people. If you're going to take, like, if we're going to go down the whole legal route, you've got to make sure that all of these people, the witnesses, are going to be able to detail this story as best as possible. That's like, let's be real here. You're going against someone like Katy Perry, who is legaled up boots, has built the best of the best relationships in Hollywood. Speaking of relationships in Hollywood, Russell Brand. There's a headline, right, that says Katy Perry hinted she knew the real truth about ex Russell Brand years before SA claims. Now, she doesn't go into too much detail about it, but it's quite cryptic, but in some ways saying that, hey, there's certain things I just can't tell you guys because she did an interview. There's certain things I just can't tell you guys. At the time, people are like, wait, what? But now, because of what's happening with Russell Brand, people are like, wait, Katy Perry, let me find out that you've been knowing what this guy is capable of. Her relationship with Dr. Luke. Yes, he's produced hits on hits on hits and hits and has helped you with certain songs in your career. Yes. But the fact that you're still actively working with him, absolutely disgusting. But this is why I'm saying you're not helping yourself. Your last album was produced by Dr. Luke. What chokehold does this man have on you? Yes, he's helped produce, again, some of the best songs of your career. You didn't hear about the whole Kesha incident, and God knows if there's any other victims. Plus, there is so much more that happened in the years leading up to her silly song she won't want me discussing. What silly song? Because now I'm trying, I promise you, I'm not trying to be like nosy, but I mean, it's been brought to social media. So now, Ruby Rose, I've got questions. Number one, what silly song are we talking about? The psychological manipulation was strong with that one. Ooh, girl. Also, the sun just came out, babes. I'm blinded by a lie. Ruby Rose is not backing down. Someone says, it seems like you've been essayed by everyone in the industry. Have you ever thought of going to the police? She said, everyone? Lol. No, just 2 from the industry, I think, and about 10 outside of it. I said, oh, wow. Let's say each case took only 6 months to resolve, and I did them back to back. You're asking too much of victims to spend 6 years in court reliving their abuse. You've got Katy Perry fans who have found resurfaced clips of Ruby Rose, you know, speaking very highly at Katy Perry's events, and you know, a photo of her just with a massive poster of Katy Perry behind her, and she seems quite happy there.
So excited. I mean, I love Katy to bits, and I was just with her at the hotel before, and she's getting dressed up, and she's choosing between all these different outfits, and it's like, I get to see the real Katy, and then I get to come and watch the film where everybody gets to see the real Katy, so it's like, it's an honor. And the person that I was originally bringing ended up having to call in sick, so I've grabbed 2 fans out of the audience who'd been waiting here since like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I want you to be part of this, you know, come with me. And I know that's what Katy would have wanted me to do as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, but let me just be real. There are so many people who, you know, get essayed, abused, whatnot, and they have to just be at certain events, whether they like it or not, or a lot of times. And also sometimes you might not even realize the weight of what just happened until some years later. I didn't even know that these 2 knew each other. You've got Anna Kendrick, who's detailing a time where Katy Perry like finger blasted her titties. I don't know if there's any other appropriate way of saying that.
Paint the scene. So you're standing still and Katy Perry walks by and
I have met her before, and yeah, she's like
that's her thing.
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick at the end of the clip is saying that like she didn't really have a problem with it, but I still think it's really strange. You did not see this one coming. Why can't Katy Perry keep her hands to herself? This constant need to just grab someone's body parts because you just feel like it is absolutely bonkers to me. And I just want to know why no one around her never told her to stop. This is not a sense of humor thing. Like, oh my God, she's just like this. No. She's just fun. No. Being fun doesn't equate to harassment.
Here's some alleged tweets of Ruby speaking on Katy over the years. It became less positive and more shady.
Do you guys remember that like American Idol situation where a fan had never had like a girlfriend before? I don't think they had a kiss before, so their first kiss would be with Katy Perry. Now I do believe that that teenager was like 19 years old, but Katy Perry was a full-fledged adult, and she was like, come here, and then she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and then she's like, wait, like do it again, but like make the noise basically. And I was just like, yo.
No, wait, hold on.
Come here.
Come on.
Come here right now.
You can't
Come
be.
here right now. Come here.
Stop. What, on the cheek?
You didn't even make the smush sound.
Right. Okay, let me start over. Okay.
Katy, the fact that you can do this on television, you knowing it's televised, with adults around you, means no one's G-checked you before. Scary. And then she moves quickly, and then they end up kissing on the lips. That to me is bonkers. If a man did that, oh my God. The double standards is crazy. I've got some news for you, because when I found this out, I was like, excuse me? Anyways, he's been sentenced to time in prison for child PORN. And I was like, yes, lock him up. But what the hell is going on? He's been sentenced following his 2024 arrest for allegedly possessing child you-know-what. Sentenced 25 years with 15 years served in custody and 10 years suspended. He must also register as a SEX offender. Disgusting. Throw the key away. That is... So at the time, Benjamin stated that the encounter with Katy Perry made him very uncomfortable, but then later switched his story and said, No, I actually didn't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel like she is like sexually assaulted me, because a lot of people were like, hey, this is kind of weird. What do you think of this, bro? So there's that. I just thought I'd go ahead and mention that. A few of you guys were DMing me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's KEisha_. It's a fun time. I love to check my DM to see if there's any videos that you guys want to see and just connect with you guys over in there anyways. I didn't know about this story, and I kind of wish I didn't know about it. There was like a Katy Perry lawsuit in 2018. Nun involved in property row dies in court. A nun embroiled in a property dispute with singer Katy Perry, because Katy Perry wanted a certain property. She wanted a convent. Anyways, had collapsed and died during a court hearing. Sister Catherine Rose was 89 years old. She was one of the two nuns locked in a legal battle with Katy and the LA, whatever the hell that's pronounced, over a former convent in the city.
Pause to read.
As for Ruby Rose, she made a statement saying that she's not allowed to legally say anymore. She's not allowed to reply to comments anymore because she has gotten the police involved. Another person who's accusing Katy Perry of, SA has said, I believe Ruby Rose. When Katy Perry arrived at my queer party in 2010, I posed for a photo with her. I was a bit taken aback when she rested her hand on the top of my public bone during the photo. Later in the night, a friend came and complained of being groped. Guess who? Ruby Rose, I was told, was outside, sick, and never came back inside. I stand with Ruby. And then Ruby replied to that comment, and she said, I think this was the same night. My photos are on my hard drive in the US. Oh, I kind of wish she didn't say that, because like, what if someone finds where she's staying at? Sorry, I know, like, I just, like, Hollywood is a really weird place. So, anyways, but I'm almost positive it's the same outfit. I too heard from people at Grouse, the next... Grouse is like the queer party, I guess, event location. It's the same outfit I heard from people at Grouse the next day who had been assaulted. This is absolutely flipping crazy. So let's go ahead and check out the full statement that Katy Perry's team had made. A representative for Katy Perry reacted to the claims in a statement to Variety that reads, the allegations being circulated on social media by Ruby Rose about Katy Perry are not only categorically false, they are dangerous, reckless lies. Ruby Rose has a well-documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that have repeatedly been denied by those names. This ain't looking too good. Also, Ruby Rose does go on a lot of rants and stuff. I've seen some tweets and stuff, not rants in regards to the situation, but like even just like a year ago, even before we even knew about this, right? Where she would talk about a bunch of different things. She made some statements about Sydney Sweeney. She definitely uses Twitter. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Also, I want to go ahead and shout out to BetterHelp once again for sponsoring today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye!